Warning! Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you.
So you've been looking forward to tonight. At least, you think you are. You're not really quite sure what to expect. A couple days ago, you got a call from a very distant cousin of yours, Mauricio Giovanni. You haven't seen this guy since you were like 8. You're not really sure why he's coming around again. All you really know is that he's inviting you to this party tonight, and it's supposed to be some kind of a big deal. So, you sort of look around your crappy apartment, and you feel a little embarrassed because you know that Mauricio and his whole family are just loaded. I mean, they have to fucking try hard to fucking be broke. They have just coming out of their ears. So what do you do before Mauricio gets here?
I'm gonna just like put on the most perfume I can, or not the perfume, cologne I can get.
Like, just gonna like shower in it?
Not shower in it, but just like put it on me so I can smell at least nice before they walk in. And just trying to clean up my apartment a little bit so they don't think I'm a slob, total slob.
Okay. Let's go roll appearance, empathy. Pulled that roll out of my ass.
2 successes.
Okay, so you kind of hope he doesn't go in the back room, but I mean it looks pretty good. Couple hours later, sun goes down. You hear the rumble of an engine, sort of pulling into the parking lot. You look out the window, and you can see Mauricio stepping out of this beautiful, brand new car. I mean, like the kind you see in movies. Brand new, fresh off the line. For all you know, he might even have had it custom made for him. It is a work of art on wheels. And you see he's finally very well dressed. And he's got sort of this long black bag that he's holding in one arm, holding it up high, trying not to get it dirty. And eventually there's a knock on your apartment door.
I check my hair, make sure it's all right, and I go and open the door.
Right, and you see Mauricio, and he sort of looks at you. Hey, cousin! Come on, give me a hug. I haven't seen you since you were just a little gabon.
You have an Asia day, man. You have an Asia day, and I go for the hug and everything.
He'll quickly embrace you. By the way, just to reiterate for the people on camera, I am Italian, so you're allowed to be as offensive as you want.
Okay.
And he says, check it out, little cousin, I brought you something. And he sort of unzips this black bag, and inside is this beautiful, beautiful white suit. Just like pristine. It's probably cut by his own personal tailor. I kind of had to guess at your measurements a little bit, but I think this ought to fit. What do you think? You like it?
Thanks a lot. This is like beautiful. How did you obtain this? Or I don't even know about that, but
don't worry about it. What's family for, huh? We got to get you looking special for tonight. Why don't you go ahead and change? I'll wait for you here.
All right, I'll go in the bathroom and just put it on.
Okay, you put on the suit and you sort of look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, there's this little pangs of jealousy because you're like, man, is this what his life is like all the time? You feel like a movie star putting on this suit. It almost feels like a costume. It's so unrealistic to you. And you walk out of the restroom and he's like, hey, a chip off the old block. Look at you. Oh, you're looking nice.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate the clothing. It's nice. It's super. It fits pretty well for stuff that I can get for. But thanks a lot.
Hey, you get used to that. You got a lot of the finer things in life coming your way. Anyway, we should head out. Don't want to keep them waiting. They're cooking quite a bit for you. You know how they get when you're late for dinner.
Yeah, I know how Mama gets. They're like, eat all your spaghetti.
Yeah, trust me, you ain't seen your aunt. Okay, she gets perturbed, shall we say. So he sort of leads you down to the passenger seat of his car. You guys are sort of driving through the Los Angeles streets. You guys kind of sit there in silence for a little while, and eventually he says, I'm sorry, Carlo. Usually we try to instruct people a little more, but well, you know how the Anziani are. Well, I guess you don't.
Well, what are we gonna be eating at this dinner?
Yeah, the food. Trust me, the food is gonna be immaculate. My mama, she's making the spaghetti, home cooked. She's making gourmet pizza, chicken scallopini, chicken Jerusalem, anything you want. Speaking of which, do you partake? And he kind of taps his nose a little bit.
No, I'm just trying. I'm trying to get to my studies. You know, I don't want to do any of that.
Well, I mean, if you ever want to try it, now's the time.
What the hell? It's family. What do you have on you?
What do I have on me? I don't have much, but you tell old Carlo what you're looking for, and I'll make sure you get some tonight.
I'll take whatever you want to get first. I'll just try it out.
That's a dangerous question there, cousin, but...
I trust you. I trust you with my well-being a little bit.
He sort of just like gives you a cocked eyebrow, and he's like, "Well, you know who your family are. That's step one." So eventually, you guys just sort of drive, and you enter this lavish mansion on the northwest side. You just, I believe it was northwest anyway, Giovanni Mansion. You enter this huge lavish mansion. I mean, there's this fenced off property, fountains in the middle. It looks like something out of the movies, basically. This is so surreal for you. You drive up this circular car park, and there's a servant that opens the door for you, and you're just kind of blown away. And Mauricio, thanks, Max, and he, sticks a 5 in his suit jacket.
Well, whose place is this?
This is the family house.
Whoa.
You get used to it. We're gonna have a room ready for you in here in a little bit.
All right.
He'll sort of lead you through into this very large dining room, and immediately you are mobbed by people that you haven't seen since you were like this big, right? Is your auntie this person and your uncle this guy? You don't recognize half these people.
Like, you guys haven't aged a day. What happened?
they sort of chuckle a bit, and they'll wrap their arms. But yeah, a lot of them, they look younger than your dad. You sort of sit down, and you have this lovely dinner, and they're like, so they ask you, so tell us about yourself, Carlo. We haven't heard from you in years. How's your mama doing?
She's doing all right. She's just, how they are, just making all the spaghetti every night,
A lot of fucking drugs.
Yeah, I remember your mama. She never ate nothing but spaghetti. Spaghetti and pizza every night, huh? We used to call that stereotype. Offered her a hamburger once. She didn't want it. She's like, nah. She rolled the hamburger patty up into a ball, put it on some spaghetti.
And she made that into pasta. Just miraculously, she has a way with her spaghetti and Italian cuisine.
Yeah, I remember. So, so you're in school, right? I hear you're in school. How's your studies going?
I'm doing okay. I'm just trying to get by still, but I'm doing my best. Trying to make the family proud,
Yeah, we got no doubt of that, Carlo. We got no doubt of that. And eventually they just make small talk, fire off. How's your cousin? How's this? How's that? How's your sister? Just standard, just going back and forth family, talk about food, talk about business, ask you what you want to do with your life. Eventually, dinner is over. Carlo sort of clasps you on the shoulder, Mauricio clasps you on the shoulder, and he's like, so, ready for dessert?
I'm pretty stuffed. What are we having?
Oh, don't worry, it's not food.
What?
Is it the drug? Is it the I asked for earlier?
Not in front of the Nona, He'll sort of just put his arm around you. He says, so listen, I know you gotta have a lot of questions. I don't want to say nothing to give you any preconceived notions, because whatever I say now, it's gonna seem worse than it really is. Just remember this. I went through it. Nona Rosalie went through it. We all turned out a lot better than we were going in. But keep in mind, a lot of people in this family, they struggle for years. Years busting their ass, don't even know what it is to get what you're gonna get tonight. You got lucky. Right? The Anziani, they, let's just say what we do requires a certain balance, and he's walking you through the halls. And the balance has been going a little wonky, you know what I mean? We need somebody from, from the Martino family to kind of balance out the seesaw a little bit, you know what I mean? And you're the lucky one they chose. So keep in mind, this is a blessing for you, Carlo. Don't let nobody tell you no different.
Like, I'm just like feeling like nervous, like, cause I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, kind of thing. Like,
He says, by the way, I got you what you asked for. And he sort of like slips you a pouch of this white powder. Don't go too crazy with it now.
like, should I do it now, or should we get like a table first, or?
Oh, trust me, you're gonna have a lot of opportunity for that right now. He sort of looks left and right. Says, so anyway, dessert. And he throws open these double doors at the end of the hall. And in this room, there's like throw pillows everywhere, and there's like 7 of the most beautiful women you've ever seen in your life, basically wearing like chiffon drapes, and that's it. And he says, have fun, Bobo. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And closes the doors behind you.
Like, I'm like, this is better than my spaghetti episode. I go up to the, I guess like, I'm guessing like there's beds on like different corners. That's what I'm picturing.
Sure.
Yeah. I walk to the closest bed. I'm like, hello, I'm the new Martino in the family. How can I help you, ladies?
No, how can we help you? And immediately the 7 of them just kind of like drape themselves on you.
I just enjoy whatever they're doing, everything they're doing. I'm like, yeah.
You have a good time that night. You know, you got your blow, you got a bunch of women. You have a pretty good night. Later on, Carlo knocks on the door. And he hands you basically what kind of looks like a white dress to put on. You kind of recognize it as, you know, the people that get baptized when they're adults. It's the kind of stuff they wear. He says, put this on. He doesn't really look in the room. Just put this on. Let me know when you're finished.
Like, are you trying to make me like put a costume on? Or
It's the next step, trust me.
I'm picturing like I'm just like all hazy from the night before.
No, same night.
The same okay, the same night. Yeah. Then I'll put it on upside down probably. It's a
So as you sort of like step out with like the passed out probably prostitutes just in the room, he's like, so you have fun in there?
the best fun I've had of my life.
That's good.
Life. Yeah.
That's good. You know, we try to make sure that tonight's gonna be special for you. You ready to take the big step?
Can I go back in there first and then finish it up?
It's your night, buddy. You do what you got to do. Just don't get your gown dirty.
Yeah. Other than that, like I'll save it for later. Then you're probably more important right now. I'll do it later.
You might not want to do it later, cousin.
I'll probably just like. I'll just go back into the room real quick and just like one last because I'm just like
Sorry, cousin. I gotta bust one last nut.
I still have the midnight wood. I gotta go finish that off.
Yeah, you do that. Not nice to walk into a church, you know, saying how to do the Lord.
Okay, and I just finish up.
He's not gonna get laid for the rest of his life.
So after you finish up, you sort of see Mauricio just kind of standing there with his hands in front of him. He's like, so you finished now?
Nah, let me go again.
You just dug back in.
Just go God of War it. Just keep going. Just farm for blood.
I'm done. I'm good for now. I'll probably be back later. Later on in the week. I'm done for a little while.
So, you got that out of your system. You enjoy yourself. You had a good night.
Enjoy ya.
Things are gonna open up for you, Carlo. All right? You know, you trust the family. We're not gonna lead you wrong. And Mauricio sort of leads you through the mansion. and eventually you come to this very large, like, personal chapel. And you can see some of the family is, like, gathered around. There's this large baptismal font that is basically filled with water at this point. And you can see your great uncle Gregorio, the priest, is sitting there, and, you know, the whole 9 yards. He's got his regalia on.
And before walking in, I'm like, sorry for my sins right now.
It's okay, cousin. That's what we're gonna get rid of. He sort of leans into your. You know how some of the older ones can be. They think Il Diavolo is gonna come and get you. You know, it's for them. Just humor them a little bit, all right?
All right.
So you sort of step forward, and your uncle Gregorio will say, before we begin, do you anything you would like to confess to me, my child?
There's just a bunch of, well, I guess supposedly, everything I gotta say,
We can go in private if you like looking around at the collective family. Yeah. And Mauricio's just like, oh my god, this Gabon is not gonna start talking about what happened in that room over there. I had to hear it. Sort of says that under his breath with his hands, you know, doing gymnastics.
Like, hey, you didn't know she was your cousin.
do I hear Mauricio?
Huh?
Do I hear him say that?
He's just sort of mumbling to himself.
Yeah. I'm like, I can make it I make it quick, private, I guess, confession.
Okay. So you go with him and you sort of like confess. Yeah. I had one chick like this, and then the other one was like this, and the other one was on top of the other two, and I was just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wait, is this a confession or bragging?
I go for the high five.
The priest will sort of high five you. Yes, my final night was much the same.
Final night.
It's a bit of a misnomer. Sometimes it lasts a night, sometimes it lasts a week. Think of this as your rebirth into a new you.
Well, if we're doing that every time, I'll be fine.
I'm sure Carlo has told, or Mauricio has told you that you may not find the same desires.
He told me something about that, yeah, but I was too high. I'm still high up on the stuff that he gave me earlier.
You went to confession high?
Yeah.
You went to baptism.
So he sort of like extends his arms over the baptismal font. He says, "Are you ready, Carlo?"
Sure, I'm ready for anything.
Okay, so he sort of takes you in his arms, and he begins to lower you into the water. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti, and he slowly, reverently dunks you in the water. And as you sink below the bath, you feel completely weightless. You feel completely at peace. You've had your confession. Everything is just serene. This whole day, this whole night has just been out of your wildest dreams. And you just tell me how you're feeling right now.
Like, this is like the best night ever so far. I wonder.
You know, you just sort of gently, just sort of take in this as you're just underneath the water, being cradled in your great uncle's, yeah, I think so, hands, and he begins to slowly pull you back up, and you break the water's edge, and fresh, perfumed, incensed air of the chapel begins to fill your lungs. And your great uncle starts to tighten his grip around you.
Like, hey, take it easy.
And you, to the point where you can no longer move, and it's like a steel beam has wrapped itself around your arms. He begins to take a fistful of your hair and he pulls your head back, and these long fangs extend from his mouth.
It's like, and then I picture like the last thing I see, like the cross in the.
Yeah, you start staring. Your eyes dart around at all these, graven images of the saints and Mother Mary, just sort of staring impassively down at you, as his fangs break your skin, and some of the worst pain you've ever felt shoots through your body. It is excruciating, and you try to move, you try to squirm, but you are in this iron lock, and you just sort of like lock on the image of Jesus on the crucifix, just sort of staring down at you as just the pain intensifies and your vision begins to blur. And everything just kind of goes dark. You awaken sometime later in a bedroom of the mansion. Specially prepared for you. All of your personal effects you find have been moved in from your apartment. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna, see if, well, I'm gonna just, feel where the bite mark was and see if I can just feel anything there.
You don't.
No, it's just clear. Okay.
But as you touch yourself, you are very cold.
And just I just walk into the nearest mirror I can see, and I just try to see if I can see anything from my.
You don't, but your veins are popping up against your skin.
What am I?
You feel some lingering phantom pangs in your neck where the fangs broke through.
Okay. I'm gonna exit the room and just ask see anyone I see around.
As you exit the room, there's a couch, and you can see. You see Mauricio just kind of sitting there. Hey, cousin, how you feeling?
I feel
And as he talks, your eyes just kind of zero in on the crucifix he's wearing around his neck, and you just fucking freak out.
Yeah. What happened to me? Do I roll this? Or no, yeah, no. Yeah. Or, yeah.
We're just manifesting your flaw. It's all storytelling. It's alright, I need you to calm down. Alright, sit. You must have known when you were a kid. Some strange stuff going on. Ancestor worship, talking to dead people. I mean, you ever seen a ghost?
Not yet, no.
Not yet would be the operative term. See, this is why we usually try to educate people beforehand, before it becomes an issue. There ain't no easy way to say this. I mean, Hallmark don't make that greeting card. You're a vampire, kid. What Uncle Gregorio did to you in the chapel, same thing happened to the rest of us.
Can he undo it? Is there any Is there?
There's no going back, buddy. That's why we tried to make last night as much as we could for you.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. It's okay. We're gonna teach you. All right. We're gonna teach you all this cool shit that you can do. Watch this. All right. And you just see he sort of raises his hand, and you can see this ghostly corporeal form just materialize before your eyes. And he just kind of waves it away and disperses.
What the fuck was that, man?
That was Auntie Rosemary. Don't worry, I'm gonna teach you how to do that too. You got a lot to learn, but I'm gonna tell you something. The Enzianis embraced you to balance out the family. They don't want nobody getting too powerful. Most of us, the Giovanni, by the way. I know it's my last name, it's not your last name, but your clan Giovanni now. It's a lot to take in. All right. Here's what you gotta know. All of us, we got jobs. Some of us, we work with the dead people. The rest of us work with money. Your job is gonna be money. We'll teach you everything you need to know. Our clan, we like to keep to ourselves. The rest of them, they got these clubs, and some of them call themselves a Camarilla, some of them call themselves a Sabbat, and we do exchanges with them. We do business. The Sabbat are not people you want to fuck over because they can be real assholes. Anyway, why am I telling you this now? I'm sorry, I over-explain. You know how I always been. Relax. Get your bearings. I'll be waiting for you.
Waiting for me where?
Around. Next couple nights pass. You get taught. They teach you what it means to be a vampire, how you must hide yourself, how you must remain secret. They teach you of the clans of the Camarilla of the Sabbat. They teach you how to raise the dead, how to talk to spirits. Eventually, you get put on, as Mauricio said, financial duty. Doing transactions between Camarilla and Sabat. So tell me about what that's like for you.
Because I'm just gonna say, like, it seems like interesting at first because like what I learned in school a little bit, but I didn't do that well in the subject.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say so. I'm just like trying to work hard on it, just to do my best, pretty much. But,
Unfortunately, as you're checking the
Yeah.
books one night, you made a pretty big mistake, didn't you?
yeah, I sent money to the wrong group.
One night, Mauricio comes up to you. Carlo, what are you doing? Oh my God. Oh, Madonna me. You fucking gave Sabat money to the Camarilla. You can't fucking do that, Carlo. Holy shit, the Enziani's gonna be up my ass so fucking hard. What the fuck are we gonna do, Carlo?
I don't know, man. I barely got into this thing.
Holy shit. Alright. Eventually, you begin to have meetings with members of the family who are quite a bit higher than you. Quite a bit more important, quite a bit more sway. And the Sabat are looking for blood. But your family, and nobody's gonna fuck with family. At the same time, it's probably best if you make yourself scarce for a while.
Where will I go? They can find me wherever I. Can I get some money, some spending money, just so I can find a place on my own?
Mauricio will sort of take you aside after you're basically castigated by the family council. And he's like, look, cousin, they're going to be looking for you here, all right? Go back to your old apartment. You'll be safe there. Look, I'll take care of you. I'll try to do as much as I can for you. I can't make too many promises because these Sabat assholes, they can't figure out that I'm helping you on the sly, all right?
All right,
Right? Listen to me. Your family, I'm going to make sure nobody fucks with you.
thanks a lot, cousin.
Take care of yourself, you fucking gabon.
Will do.
I'll put in a good word for you. If you can prove yourself, maybe we can let you back in. Until then, just lay low till the heat's off. Vampire's got a long memory, kid. And you just sort of stand there as the doors to the Giovanni mansion close and a taxi cab pulls up around the circular car park and honks for you to get in.
Okay, I was either going to San Antonio or Mexico. One of those.